My dear viewers, I take this opportunity to welcome you back to lesson 2 of the international relations. Now today we want to discuss about the Commonwealth. Last time we discussed about the United Nations. Now to my dear viewers, we want to define the term Commonwealth. Now this is an organization or association or a union of the former British colonies. The Commonwealth is a voluntary association of the independent states which were formerly part of the British Empire. Now in Africa, these are the members of the Commonwealth. Now we may be asked, name 5 countries in Africa which are members of Commonwealth. 1, we have Kenya, Malawi, we have Mozambique, Sierra Leone, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Botswana, Gambia, Uganda, Zambia, we have Ghana, we have Nigeria, Cameroon, Togo, Swaziland, and we have Lesotho. Now, to my dear students, I want to tell you that those are the countries which are the members of the Commonwealth in Africa. Now, out of those countries, you have realized that some of them were not the British colonies. For instance, we have Tanzania. Tanzania was never a British colony, but it was a colony of the Germans. Now, remember, being in East Africa, Tanzania decided to join or to become a member of the Commonwealth. Now, once we have looked at the members of the Commonwealth, my dear viewers, let's have a look at the characteristics of the members of the Commonwealth. Now, we may be asked, state 5 characteristics of the Commonwealth member states, or state 3 characteristics of Commonwealth member states, 3 marks. Now these are the characteristics. 1, they recognize the Queen or the King of the England as the head of the Commonwealth. 2, they have the same education system with similar structure. 3, members of Commonwealth use English as official language of communication. 4, members cooperate in the field of education. 5, they have a close economic ties where rich nations assist the poor ones. 6, they have a common military tradition based on the British one. 7, members hold regular conferences of heads of states. 8, they all cooperate and participate in Commonwealth games. 9, members appreciate each other's cultural values. 10, they enjoy universal adult suffrage. 11, most of the states have similar legal administration systems and parliaments. And finally, they make consultations and exchange information, for example, in finance, education, and technical assistance. Now, my dear students, let's also have a look at the principles of Commonwealth. We may be asked, identify 3 principles spelled in the Commonwealth Declaration of 1971. Now, the principles are: 1, to promote peace and security; 2, to ensure personal liberty and equality of rights of all citizens regardless of the race; 3, to oppose all forms of colonial domination by being committed to principles of human rights; 4, to fight poverty, ignorance, and disease, to remove wealthy disparity and raise living standards and achieve a more equitable international society; 5, to enhance free international trade by removing restrictive trade barriers; 6, to promote the exchange of knowledge, professionalism, and cultural, economic, legal, and political issues; 7, to promote cooperation among nations so as to combat injustices and to facilitate development; 8, to form multinational associations based on consultation, discussion, and cooperation in pursuing their principles. Now, my dear students, let's have a look at the organization of the Commonwealth. In this case, we are going to look at the organs. We may be asked to name 2 organs of the Commonwealth. 2 marks. Remember, Commonwealth has only 3 organs. That is 1. Head of State Summit, 2. Ministerial meetings, and 3. The Secretariat. Now, we may be asked a question on the heads of State Summit. Now, we may be asked, identify the organ of the Commonwealth which is responsible for policy making. The only response is the heads of State Summit. Now, let's have a look at the functions of Commonwealth. Give 3 functions of Commonwealth, 3 marks. 1. To provide forum for promoting peace among member states. 2. To serve as a watchdog against violation of human rights among members. 3. To promote financial assistance to member countries, especially for the less developed countries. 4. To promote education and research among member states. 5. To grant member countries favorable trading opportunities. 6. To provide technical assistance to member countries in the field of agriculture, medicine, industry, transport, communication, and engineering. 7. To promote democratization among member states, for example, by sending election observers and monitors. 8. To promote friendship and understanding among member states. 9. To provide a forum for heads of states to consult on international issues. 10. To enhance development of legal system among member states. And 11. To enhance social and cultural interactions among the members, for example, Commonwealth Games. Now, let's have a look at the achievement of Commonwealth. We may be asked, give 2 achievements of Commonwealth, 2 marks, or describe the achievement of the Commonwealth since its formation, 12 marks. One of the achievements. 1. It has maintained peace by sending peacekeepers to the world to member countries, for example, in Sierra Leone. 2. It has established a fund to assist for economically poor states to meet their needs, for example, through the special Commonwealth African Assistance Plan. 3. It has promoted trade among member states through removal of trade barriers. 4. It has provided technical assistance and expertise to the less developed members in the various fields. 5. It promotes the development of education by offering scholarships, training, facilities, and exchange programs. 6. It has promoted mutual understanding and cooperation among members by holding joint sport, games, and cultural activities. 7. It has promoted consultation among member states in areas of common interest by holding joint forums. 8. It has promoted good governance through holding regular meetings of Commonwealth Parliamentary Association and sending observers during elections. 9. It has promoted development of youth, for example, through the Commonwealth Youth Program. 10. It has enabled the member states to speak in one voice and have a common stand in international forum. Now, remember, the members of the Commonwealth have benefits. Now, we may be asked, give 2 economic benefits enjoyed by members of the Commonwealth. Now, remember all the benefits. We can divide that. Some can be social, some can be economic, and some can be political benefit. Now, the question, give 2 economic benefit enjoyed by members of the Commonwealth. 2 marks. 1. Favorable trading opportunities to members. 3. 2. Financial assistance given to the poor nations. 3. Technical and research assistance to the member countries. 4. Support for youth program and project for development. Another question, give 1 social benefit enjoyed by members of Commonwealth. 1 mark. 1. Member states have been able to interact with one another through activities such as Commonwealth Games and cultural exchange programs. 2. The developing member states of the organization have acquired skilled manpower through provision of scholarship and setting up of training programs by nations like Britain and Canada. 3. The organization has promoted friendship and understanding among member states through conferences such as the heads of government meeting. Now, another question is, give one political benefit enjoyed by member states, by members of the Commonwealth. Give one political benefit enjoyed by members of Commonwealth. 1 mark. The only political benefit is it has enhanced democratization process in developing member states of the organization. Now let's have a look at the challenges faced by the Commonwealth. We may be asked, explain 5 challenges facing the Commonwealth. 10 marks. 1. Domination by the developed countries or nations which undermine its policy and decision made by the less developed members. 2. Shortage of fund or lack of adequate fund to finance its operations since most of the members are from the less developed countries. 3. It faces political instability and civil wars in many member countries in Africa and Asia, hence has affected its performance in promoting peace and good governance. 4. Ideological differences such as capitalism and communalism between the member countries has made it difficult for the members to speak in one voice. 5. Border disputes and personality differences between heads of state and governments have negatively affected association. 6. Membership to other organizations have divided loyalty and commitment due to their involvement in their organizations. 7. Members of the Commonwealth withdraw their membership at will and hence affect smooth operation of the Commonwealth. 8. Absence of enforcement machinery or Commonwealth has no standing army and lacks an executive authority to enforce its decision. 9. Colonial injustices has created misunderstanding among the members, thus making it difficult for it to effectively implement its plans. 10. Racial discrimination reflected by lack of free movement and restricted visa rules adopted by some countries has undermined social cohesion. 11. National interest put some member countries before those of the association, thus making it difficult for the association to achieve its objectives. Now, remember, my dear students, once we have looked at that international organization, we will be looking at the next subtopic. It is not an organization, but we will be discussing about the Cold War in our next lesson. Otherwise, thank you very much for listening to this lecture. We will meet next time. You may subscribe and like it to get more of this, of my notes. Thank you very much. Be blessed.